Welcome for the tarot readings. Stay for the unicorns. This time I'm inviting you into a gentle inner child reading that is lovely if you're feeling a little tired, tender, or would welcome a spark of joy and wonder in your life. In it, we are peering at the future through a telescope and reaching into a cosmic wishing jar to see which wish is coming true for you. Tonight, we are having a magical sleepover. Now, let's choose your cards. Today, everybody is getting their own unicorn. And the trinkets. Of course you get a trinket tonight. The card for the group 1 is Cosmic Pearl. Expand your psychic gifts. Open the gate to the angelic realms. Your trinket is the glittering star. The card for group 2 is Caring Community. Participate and belong. Enrich your life. And your trinket is the little golden crown. And finally, for group 3, we have Spiritual Warrior. Show you are a wise leader. Command the universe. And your trinket is the pink cosmic whale. Take a moment with the cards and trinkets. Notice which group or groups intuitively feels right. Don't think too much. Trust that your selection or selections are the right ones. As always, listen to the messages that resonate with you. If something doesn't sit right, you do not have to force it. Let it drift back into the stars. The timestamps are listed in the description of this video, so when you're ready, I'll meet you in your reading. Come, let's enter the magical sleepover and see what your inner child wants to show you. Welcome to your reading, Group 1. You chose Cosmic Pearl. Tonight we are entering a softer space, a place for tired hearts and tender hopes, and also a place for inner child wonder. Let's invite some magic into life. The first card that you selected is called The Arrival. And this is your magical companion for tonight. The arrival card answers the question, what called you here? This feels like a call from the angelic realms, whatever this means for you. Angels, guides, unicorn energy, or perhaps for you, your higher self. Something expansive is shining like a beacon for you to notice it now. Cosmic Pearl feels like someone placing a pearl of light into your hand. There is a very strong feeling of invitation in this card. It isn't pressure or pushing, more like giving you the key. You're welcome here. But also, you got this. We're here to help. And then there's this little star. It reminds me of the 80s cartoon Gem, where the main character uses starry earrings to transform into a rock star. Stars can mean many things, but for me, this trinket feels like the sign of your magical transformation. These cards represent your sleepover bag. These 3 cards show what you have brought with you tonight and what you have been carrying with you, perhaps unconsciously. The first card is called What You Are Wearing on the Outside. Your card is the Devil. Well, hello there, Devil. Even in a magical, soft sleepover reading, even with rose gold colored cards, tarot cards are still tarot cards. They will say what they will say. We shall take this message as it comes and read it, but don't be alarmed. The Devil's message is not scary. It's about false helplessness. The Devil is very much a card of empowerment. In this traditional image, the figures are chained, but the chains are loose. They could step away. So in this position, this card tells me that you are wearing something on the outside because you thought you had to. You thought you couldn't ditch it, but the message here is that you can. The prison doors are not locked anymore. Your card is 3 of Wands. The second card is called What You Packed Without You Realizing It. 3 of Wands is the card of looking towards the horizon. Something has already been sent out. A choice has been made. A path has begun. An investment in some form has been placed into the world. Now you are waiting for the ship to return. You packed into your backpack the feeling of waiting for something to arrive. The next card is called Your Comfort Item. Your card is 7 of Pentacles. Your comfort item is that you live with the thought that something wonderful is coming. If you look at the card, you'll see the harvest that is not quite ready yet. The fruit is growing, the harvest looks promising, but it cannot be pulled from the branches before its time. This is a lovely comfort item. Hold on to it. It's good to live in expectation of something good. Next we are going to look at the starry skies. The next 2 cards are called the Telescope. Through the telescope we are peering into the possible future. We are studying the stars to see something from the future that you haven't noticed yet. The next card is called What is Growing in You. This card is for something that can be expanded or developed over the next period. Energy that is strengthening or expanding that hasn't fully shown itself yet. Your card is Nebula of Creation. The universe is your canvas. Create with intention and passion. This card is very clear. It speaks of the creative works and creative energy coming in the future. Something is gathering around you like a nebula. Not fully formed yet, perhaps, but alive with light, excitement and possibility. Expect a period of flow. You are bringing your heart into alignment with what you create. I see you creating from intention, from passion. Let's see what else the telescope sees. The next card is called What is your cosmic message for the season? It tells you what particular theme or energy is yours to work with in the future. Something the universe is especially handing you or giving a message about. Let's see your card. Your card is You Got the Love. Hadarian energy, codependency, and boundaries. What is your cosmic message for the season? Your card is You Got the Love. Hadarian energy, codependency, and boundaries. You Got the Love is a beautiful card, but it has a deeper message in it. There are loving energies in this card, but the keywords remind us of boundaries. Hadarian energy is often understood as a frequency of love, emotional sensitivity, and deep caring. But this card also speaks about the places where love becomes tangled. You can love deeply and still say no. You can care and still allow yourself to rest. Next, we are going to visit the secret garden. In the secret garden, we are looking for hidden joy, discovery, and what your inner child is reaching toward. Think of it as an exciting visit to a summer garden at night. What exciting things might you find? The card is called The Gift You Keep Walking Past. Something good is already present in your life that your inner child would love you to stop and look properly. Let's see what message comes from the garden. Inspired. Inspiration, breakthrough, creativity. This is sweet. Your inner child wants you to move towards things that interest and inspire you. What pulls you right now? What excites you? Maybe you have been dismissing small sparks because they were not yet useful enough. Maybe you have had ideas, images, moods, tiny creative nudges, and you thought that later, when I have more energy, when I have more time, when I am more ready, when it makes more sense. But the inner child is asking, oh, come on, let's do this. The second card is called What Wants to Bloom Next, and it is a bit more divinatory, showing something soft and sweet to come if you choose to align with it. Your card is movement. The rabbit in this card is leaving something behind. It is slipping through the moonlit garden, away from the owl that has been pursuing it. This is the movement of a small creature finding the opening in the fence and slipping away. It speaks of leaving behind an old fear, old pattern, a responsibility that is not really yours to begin with. Or perhaps a period of time when you can slip away from something that has been bothering you lately. So go ahead. Slip free. So in this garden, two things want to bloom. Inspiration. The birds in the card taking flight. Release. The rabbit slipping free. The next card is pulled from the wishing jar. We'll take that. The card is called The Freedom of Truth. Communicate honestly. Be who you truly are. This is the main wish card, so let's read this carefully. The wish universe is holding for you is freedom of truth. This is a wish fulfillment for honest communication, should you wish to receive this gift. Truth can be spoken with warmth. Truth can be spoken with grace. Since this is a gift, you may notice that speaking truth comes more easily for you. At the Midnight Feast, hosted by two fairy cards, we have a little truth and dare. Let's see your cards. Your sacred truth is pedestal. Pedestal says, you are not bound. Look at the figure in the card. She may appear tied, but the ropes are loose. She is standing on a pedestal, but pedestal is not the same as prison. She could step down or fly away after setting herself free. This card speaks of roles, expectations, and the strange ways we can become trapped by image of ourselves. It ties to the Devil card earlier, and it speaks about your inherent freedom. You are allowed to step down, whatever this means to you. Let's see your second fairy card. Charity. Then the dare card is charity. And this is a lovely dare because it asks you to give, but not in the old draining way. This is not giving until you disappear or handing out your precious resources. This is giving from abundance. It could be a literal charity, chipping in a few coins for those in need, donating old clothes, giving away objects that no longer belong to your life, offering support for your loved ones, sharing a resource, a kind word, a small act of care. There's something freeing in this. So your tiny dare is to let something circulate. Let something leave your hands in a way that blesses both you and someone else. The next one is called The Midnight Story. Let's read your story. The title of this story is The Unhurried Journey, and it reads as follows. Your soul's journey spans eternities. This lifetime is but a single beautiful step. There is no race. Walk your path with curiosity and compassion for the traveler that is you. What a lovely story, and it has a deeper meaning too. And this is such a fitting goodnight story for this reading, because so much here has been about waiting, healing, and becoming. None of these are instant things. This card tells you that you are not late. You are not behind in some cosmic classroom. You are not failing because the harvest is still green, or because the ship is still on the horizon, or because you are still learning how to speak honestly. Your soul has time. Things will happen when it's their time. Trust the process. So tonight, let this story soften something in you. There is no race. The final card is called the Midnight Star. This card is about the dream you're allowed to have. What is the sweetest, most hopeful thing your inner child gives you permission to believe in as you fall asleep tonight? Let's see your card. Your card is Access Your Gifts. Explore your treasure chest. Accept who you truly are. This feels like the strongest confirmation in the whole reading. At the beginning, we had Cosmic Pearl, Psychic Gifts, Magical Realms, and the Golden Gate opening. And now at the end, we have Access Your Gifts, the treasure chest opening. So the reading begins with a pearl and it ends with treasure being revealed. This card says, accept who you truly are, because your inner child is saying, you are a really cool guy. And there is so much wonderful things still to discover. That is the glowing pearly key you were given in the beginning. So, Group 1, this reading may have looked soft from the outside, but it carried deep messages. You are freer than you think. Your creative future is forming. Your love needs healthy boundaries so it can stay luminous. Your truth wants a voice. Your path is not late. Thank you for walking with me through this journey, and I hope you enjoyed your time. Remember to like, to subscribe, and to brush your teeth, especially if you had a lot of those midnight snacks. Rest well, dream brightly, and I will see you again in the next journey. Welcome to your reading, Group 2. You chose Caring Community with the Golden Crown. Tonight we are stepping into magical sleepover reading for the inner child, a place for soft wonder, starlight, faeries, and messages that may arrive through play. We will look at what you brought with you, what the stars can see, what is waiting in the secret garden, and what dream you are allowed to carry into the night. The first card is the Arrival. This is your magical companion for tonight. Your magical companion is the unicorn of caring community. Participate and belong. Enrich your life. So the first message here is belonging. Loving belonging. Not trying to squeeze yourself into a place that cannot hold your real shape, but the kind of belonging where kindness, reciprocity, and positive influence can travel both ways. And then we have your trinket, the golden crown. At the beginning, I was confused because the group 3, which had a card of leadership, didn't get the crown. You got. At first, the crown might seem surprising, but here it tells a more subtle fairy tale. This crown speaks of inner royalty, rulership of your own life, due recognition, the feeling of being worthy of what is yours. There is a theme of inheritance here, not necessarily in a literal sense, but more in a spiritual fairy tale sense. This is the ugly duckling turning into a swan, the child in rags discovering that she was the missing prince or princess. The fairy tale moment where you recognize that you are worthy of a lot more than what you've allowed yourself to have previously. So speak kindly to yourself, group 2. There is royalty in you, and this crown asks you to recognize it without losing your humility or becoming distant from others. You can belong and still be sorry. The next 3 cards are called the sleepover bag. The sleepover bag shows you what you arrived with tonight. Your current energy, what has been filling your days, and what you may have carried in without noticing. The first card is called What You Are Wearing on the Outside. The second card stands for what you have packed without realizing it. The third card represents your comfort item. Let's turn your cards. Your first card is Knight of Wands. The energy of Knight of Wands is what you are wearing on the outside. This is a fiery card. It shows movement, ambition, courage, drive, and the desire to get somewhere. So on the outside, you may have been showing that you are strong, independent, capable, productive, and ready to act. And those are good things. There's nothing wrong with being capable. There's nothing wrong with being someone who survives, works, continues, tries again, and rises after difficulty. But this card also asks, have you started to believe that your value comes from action? Because it doesn't. Your inherent value does not come from productivity, achievement, strength, usefulness, or how long or how well you can keep going. You are worthy even when you rest. You are worthy even when nothing visible is being accomplished. The Knight of Wands says, yes, you are brave. Yes, you are a survivor. Yes, there is fire in you. But maybe now you can also enjoy the fire rather than only using it to pursue the next thing. The second card is Hierophant. This card has a very specific message for you. This is what you packed without realizing it. The Hierophant speaks of teachers, traditions, and it's a card of rules, systems, authorities, even moral structures. And of course, it's a card of voices that taught us what was right, proper, expected, or allowed. So, this card suggests that you may have bought inner rules from past authorities, people who used to tell you how things should be done. Teacher figures, family figures, cultural expectations, religious structures, social codes, or any system that give you a strong sense of right and wrong. Some of that may have served you. A strong moral ground can be a gift. Structure can help us develop. Guidance can protect. But you are not a child in someone else's classroom anymore. You are allowed to examine the rules you inherited. Take what serves you and leave the rest. And the third one is called your comfort item. Let's see what it is. Your card is Strength. Your comfort item is strength, and that is beautiful. In this image, the mighty lion is guided through presence, patience, trust, and loving direction. So your comfort item is your inner strength, but not only the obvious kind. This is the strength of someone who knows how to remain kind without becoming weak. Someone who understands that tenderness can guide what force cannot command. This is a strength you can trust. Now we are looking through the telescope. The telescope shows the future. The first card shows what is growing in you, and the second card brings your cosmic message for this season. Your card is Lunar Radiance. Tap into the moon's energy, reflect, release, and renew with intentions. Lunar Radiance. This is strong lunar energy. This card brings the moon's radiance into your life in a very beautiful way. It feels mysterious, nurturing, intuitive, and deeply feminine, like an energy that helps you release what you're ready to leave behind and renew what is ready to grow. There is a current running through this reading. Home, childhood, safety, night, intuition. It feels very Cancerian in tone if you are familiar with astrology. The inner child wants a safe place. The nervous system wants to exhale. Lunar radiance can bless many things for you now. The home front, rest, renewal, and sleep. But also more mystical things. Dream work, psychic work, moon magic, and goal setting. So use this energy in a way that feels right for you. The second starry card is for cosmic message for this season. Your card is Child of the Cosmos, with keywords of the intelligence of the universe lies within you. Your cosmic message for this season is child of the cosmos. This card brings enthusiasm, discovery, curiosity, and the joy of exploring the larger picture. It is the child looking up at the sky and realizing, I'm not only from this street, this house, this family, this country, this planet. I'm a part of the solar system, the galaxy, the universe. It reminds me of seeing the Earth as the pale blue dot, that tiny, miraculous home where all of us live and love. All of the humanity is there in our small cosmic home. So this card may open a broader perspective for you this season. Space explorations, stars, cosmic spirituality, starseed themes, or simply the wonder of existence in this beautiful universe may feel nourishing for you this time. The next two cards take us to the secret garden. In the secret garden, we are looking at hidden joy, discovery, and what your inner child is reaching toward. The first card is called The Gift You Keep Walking Past. Something already present in your life that your inner child would love if you stopped and noticed it. The second card is What Wants to Bloom Next. Not a task, but something that is ready to open. Adventure, experiences, memories, present moment. The gift you keep walking past is adventure. This card says it's time for adventure. You may have spent too much time adulting, doing what is needed, being responsible, proving that you can handle it, but your soul needs experiences too. Your inner child wants to be in the present moment, making memories. And this can nourish the relationship in your life too. This is not a task. You don't need to turn adventure into another duty on a list. But still, to me, it sounds like your inner child is asking, can we go, please? If so, where could we go? Who would you like to be with? Adventure does not have to mean something big. It can be a walk somewhere new, a trip into a fairground, a moonlit drive, a cafeteria that you have never visited before, a forest path, a lake, a market, or an indoor picnic on a rainy day. It doesn't have to be complicated. The next card speaks about what wants to bloom next. This is a card of changing winds with keywords of adaptable, self-awareness, decisions. What's coming next is changing winds. So the universe is letting you know that the period you are now in is not permanent. There are changes in the air. To where? To what? That is not fully shown, and it will likely be different for each one of you. But this card is preparing you for movement, change, and adaptation. Because this card appeared in the position of what wants to bloom next, I read it as a positive change. Not necessarily effortless, because change can still be a stressor. Even a good change can ask something of us. But it is something that, at its core, aligns with what you are here to do or experience and brings you closer to the core of who you are. In that sense, this change is good. So, 2 things for you. First, rest now if you can. Don't be ashamed of it at all. Soak it in. Second, begin to listen to the wind. Notice where your energy is shifting. Notice what you no longer want to force. Notice what is necessary for you to feel good. Preparation gives you an edge. A change is coming. You can meet it awake and prepared. The next card stands for wishing jar. The wishing jar is a wish the universe is already holding out for you. Stand in your power. Be passionate about your vision. Bring about positive change. Your wishing card is Stand in your power. And really, the card says it all. You need to be central now. And because this is a wish come true card, I do not feel this is a gritted teeth work. This feels like a gift of possibility. The universe may give you chances, openings, invitations. A moment where the wind changes and suddenly there is a way through. Your part is to seize it when it happens. So, when the chance comes, stand in your power. You got this. The next 2 cards are about Midnight Feast. For this group, the Midnight Feast is not so much about snacks, treats, or even truth or dare. This time we are receiving 2 fairy messages. One comes from the night fairies, the midnight side of fairy realm. The other comes from the daylight fairies, the brighter side of the fairy realm. This is not good versus bad. It's not light versus wrong. It's simply 2 different viewpoints, 2 different tones, 2 different ways of seeing the world. Let's turn the Night Fairies card first. The portal. There are certain portals that only open at magical moments. At midsummer night, when the clock strikes midnight. This card says that some magical things can only be found when you step a little out of your comfort zone and wander into paths less traveled, with your eyes and ears open. But I do not want to frame this as a task. This is more like being invited to a fairground when the nights are beginning to turn dark and the lights look more beautiful because of it. The card feels like permission or an invitation. Permission to seek pleasure, rest, wonder, indulge, delight, or the small adventure the other card was nudging you towards earlier. And there's one more side path here. The Night Fairy whispers that there are many portals in the Lemuria reading. So if you passed it because Lemuria is not usually your thing, perhaps one of those portals still belongs to you. That reading opened a door to different places. Maybe one of them is yours. I'll link that reading in the upper corner now, and you'll find the link in the description below after this reading if you're interested. Then the card of Daylight Fairies. Your Daylight Fairy card is Fae. She is the fairy shaman. Her presence feels earthy, grounded, and caring. There is a tone of falling leaves here, flowers beginning to wilt, the beauty of a season changing, not as something to fear, but as a part of the living web. Her tone is calm. She does not speak too much. But she asks a question. What will you do when the flowers wither and the winter comes? You have the gift of seeing, but sight needs to be paired with action. And I feel that she also says that she cares for you in the same way that she cares for the flowers, the wind, the small creatures, and the changing season. So, the night fairy says, find the portal, enjoy the fleeting joy of life and the magic in the moment. Indulge yourself. And the daylight fairy says, after indulgence, prepare. The moment you are in will not last forever. The seasons will change. In that sense, she echoes the message of the changing winds. The next card is a good night story. You got 2. For your good night story, 2 cards come out. I think these are more than just stories. I think there is a deeper message or even a promise in here. Your first good night blessing is the grateful universe. The card says, the universe is grateful for you, for your courage to be here, to feel, to love, to try. Your present is a gift that is received with infinite appreciation. This is such a beautiful message. For those who resonate with starseed language, this may speak to the idea that choosing to incarnate here on Earth was an act of courage and love. But that's not the only message in here. You are part of community, society, humanity. The good you do matters. The love you give matters. Your second good night blessing is the cleansing breath of space. The card says, imagine the vast, silent breath of space filling you, sweeping away mental clutter and fear, leaving only expansive peace and infinite possibility in its wake. This is a blessing of relaxation and rest. You do not need to carry everything into the night. You are allowed to receive. And if your body really needs this message tonight, you may want to reserve some time before bed for a whole body relaxation. Put on a relaxation track in your headphones and let yourself drift away. The next card is called the Midnight Star. This card stands for the dream that you are allowed to have. This is the sweetest, most hopeful thing your inner child gives you a permission to believe. Your card is Pool of Christ Light. The message is, open your heart, spread unconditional love. You may receive Christ's light through Christian lens if that feels meaningful to you. Or you may understand it more universally. This card reminds you that you are wholly accepted, loved and held. You have the capacity of love and to hold yourself in unconditional heart. This love is not something you have to prove yourself worthy of. It is inherent to you. So the dream that you are allowed to have is this. You are allowed to be loved without earning it. So, if we gather all these cards together, the message becomes very clear. This reading is about reclaiming your inner authority in a softer, more magical way. The old rules can loosen now, and your inner child is being invited toward adventure and deeper trust in her own lovability. The tarot cards show that you have been strong and capable for a long time, but you no longer need to live by the old rules, effort, or survival. The moon, the stars, the faeries, and the changing winds all point towards a season where life can open again through rest, wonder, positive change, and the courage to stand in your own power from the heart. This concludes our reading, Group 2. Thank you for joining me for this magical sleepover reading. May the golden crown remind you of your inner royalty. May the moon bless your dreams. May the portal open at the right moment. Thank you for being here with me for this reading. Thank you for letting me be your reader tonight. Remember to like, subscribe, and brush your teeth if you ate a lot of those midnight candies. This concludes the Group 2, but if you feel like it, you can stay for Group 3. Welcome to your reading, Group 3. You chose Spiritual Warrior with the Cosmic Whale. Tonight we are entering a magical sleepover reading for inner child, where every part of the spread opens another little door. We will look at what you brought with you, what the stars can already see, what waits in the secret garden, and finally, what blessing waits beneath the good night star. The first card is the Arrival. This is your magical companion for tonight. Your magical companion tonight is the Unicorn of Spiritual Warrior. The card says, show you are wise leader. Command the universe. In this card, the unicorn is showing the way. But the lion and the lamb feel like the true companions of the night, both touched by the unicorn's magic. At first I thought the lion protects the lamb, but then the message came differently. No, they are both warriors. The lion and the lamb may look very different, but both carry inspired hearts. So whether you feel like the lion tonight, strong, visible and mighty, or like the lamb, soft, sensitive and easily overlooked, the message is the same. There is spiritual courage in you. Then you have the trinket of the Cosmic Whale. The Cosmic Whale. Cosmic whales have a special place in my heart and in my readings. They are symbols of cosmic connection and love, benevolent visitors, travelers between worlds, and gentle beings with very large hearts. This whale has an extra softness to it, a golden outline, a pink starry body, and a feeling of joy and abundance. So, let's join the pink whale on its cosmic travels tonight. The next 3 cards are called the sleepover bag. The sleepover bag shows what you arrived with tonight, what you are showing on the outside, what you packed without realizing it, and what has been comforting you. The first card is called What You're Wearing on the Outside. Let's see your cards. Your first card is Page of Swords. You're wearing an appearance of being a good, smart, quick student. So on the outside, you may be showing a part of yourself that wants to understand, question, analyze, and learn. This is a good thing. There is a bright, lively mind here. But the Page of Swords also carries a sword. And if the sword is the tool that you trust most, it's easy to begin treating every situation like something that must be cut open, solved, defended, or explained. Not every problem needs a sword. Your mind is a gift, but it does not need to stand guard all the time. Curiosity can be softer than that. Learning can be playful. So the Page of Swords says, stay curious, but let your mind breathe. Let's see what you have packed without realizing. Nine of Cups. This is a card of emotional abundance. Oh, look at him. He's so pleased with himself. The cups behind him represents abundance in many forms, but especially emotional abundance. Joys gathered, experiences lived, wishes tasted, lessons learned. Good things already held in the heart. Because this card appears in the position of what you packed without realizing it, it tells me that you have more than you think. Perhaps more emotional wisdom, more experience, more reasons to trust that life has already given you something valuable. There is an interesting contrast with the Page of Swords. On the outside, you may appear young in some way, still learning, still questioning, still sharpening your perception. But inside your bag, there is already the richness of lived experience. You are not as inexperienced as you may think. Let's see what is your comfort item. Two of Wands. To me it sounds like you are living in a hope, which is a good place to be, waiting for something meaningful to arrive. Your comfort item is represented by Two of Wands. In tarot, the number 2 often speaks of division, choice, and 2 possible directions. In this card, the figure stands between 2 staffs, holding the world in his hand. This way or that way? Should I leave now or later? Should I pursue this path or that one? And the interesting thing is that before the decision is made, a whole world is still within reach. Nothing has been fully chosen yet. The map is still open. So as a comfort item, this card suggests that you may find comfort in the place before the decision. The journey has not yet been taken. The door has not yet been closed. The possibility still lives in your hand. And sometimes that's wise. It's good to plan well. It's good to prepare. It's good to take your time when something matters. But the tarot also reminds you that comfort can become stagnation if you stay there too long. Planning can become a way of not moving. Holding the world in your hand is beautiful, but eventually the hand must point somewhere. You will know when the time is right, but for now, notice whether you are truly preparing or only staying safe in the not yet.
The next two cards are called the telescope. They are a bit more cosmic cards, and they tell about cosmic gifts and messages from the realm of stars.
The telescope shows the future. The first card shows the possible area of growth in the future, and the second card brings you a cosmic message for this season.
Let's turn your card. Your card is Galactic Harmony. Manifestation flows when your mind and heart are in harmony.
This message is twofold. First, it reminds you that you operate best when your mind and heart are working together. Not when your mind is trying to control everything alone, and not when the heart is overwhelmed without direction. When the mind and heart come into harmony, your energy becomes clearer. There is great potential for you in this. And then there is the second message, music. This card is full of music, notes, movement, and cosmic rhythm. So for someone like you, music may become especially important in this season. Music may help you regulate your emotions, open your imagination, support manifestation, or connect you to something larger than yourself. Listen to what changes your inner weather. A song, a melody, a certain sound, or a piece of music may help your mind and heart remember how to move together.
And the next card was your cosmic message for this season. Your card is the Golden Children. The Golden Children. Inner child, tenderness, innocence, rare gifts. The Golden Children seems like really important card for me. To me it appears almost like as if shining, which is usually a sign that this one is especially important.
The keywords are inner child, tenderness, innocence, rare gifts. So for this group, the role of inner child work is being elevated in the coming season. There is a lot your inner child wants to say, feel, and show you. This is not only about healing old pain, although it may include that. It's also about tenderness and innocence. Your inner child may carry gifts that your adult self has forgotten how to use. A sense of wonder, a creative instinct. So treat yourself and your inner child with tenderness, love, and care.
Next we are paying a visit to the secret garden.
In the secret garden, we are looking at hidden joy, discovery, and what your inner child is reaching toward.
The first card speaks of a delight wanting to be noticed. Your card is empowered. How can empowerment be a delight? Well, my intuitive response for that would be that because by using your own empowerment, you can bring forth those delights that are especially meaningful for you.
The keywords are strength, courage, self-reliance. This card says you are stronger than you think. More often than not, you are ready to take the next step all by yourself. Of course, receiving support is beautiful when it's offered with love. You are allowed to be supported. You are allowed to want help. But this card is reminding you that you are also capable, brave, and strong in yourself. There is a bear in this card, crowned with living branches, resting under the moon. The bear doesn't need to prove its strength. It simply is strong. So perhaps the secret your inner child is pointing toward is this: your own strength is already with you. More likely than not, you are already an adult. When you were a child, you were weak and vulnerable in many ways, but not anymore. Now you have strength that is both powerful and rooted.
The next card speaks of what wants to bloom in you. Your card is synchronicity, with keywords of intuition, wisdom, and messages.
This owl is a messenger. It brings a message from the night side, from the intuitive realm, from the place where wisdom comes through signs, patterns, dreams, and strange coincidences. This is a good omen for students, seekers, and anyone who favors the night side. If you have been studying something, learning something, or asking for a sign, or perhaps trying to understand your new direction, this card suggests that a message may come. It may come through symbol, meaningful image, a sudden thought, a realization, or perhaps a moment where the world seems to answer you. So keep your eyes open. Your intuition is speaking, and something wants to bloom through the messages you receive.
The next card is called the Wish Jar.
The wishing jar shows a wish. This is not something you need to chase. It is something being prepared, a gift or possibility that may be easier to receive than you expect.
Your card is Uncored Relationships. Let go now. Forgiveness is freedom.
This is a powerful card in the position of a wish the universe is already holding out for you. It suggests that leaving, releasing, or loosening something that has been holding you may soon become easier than before. This could be a relationship, a place, a task, an old responsibility, an energetic attachment, resentment, guilt, or a situation that has been keeping part of you tied. And because this is the wishing jar, I feel that the universe may help to make this release quick and relatively painless, if you wish to see it through. We are always given an option.
What a profound message from the universe. Next, we have the midnight feast. You can think of these as truth, dare, or you can think of these as Celia Court and Uncelia Court if you're familiar with the fairy lore.
Hi, this is me editing from the later, and I just wanted to explain the terms a little bit better than I did when I was filming. So, the Celia Court and Uncelia Court are the two primary opposing factions in Scottish and Celtic fairy folklore. They are broadly representing the daylight fairies or the blessed fairies and the unblessed fairies or the nighttime fairies. The Celia Court is connected with spring and summer, and the Uncelia Court is connected with autumn and winter. So this is not so much about good and evil, it's more about two different viewpoints, day view and night view, or your conscious mind and your unconscious mind, if you prefer to see it as so. Okay, let's continue with the reading. Your first card is Birth of Magic. Your truth or secret trait is Birth of Magic. This is an invitation into a magical world, whatever that means for you. For some, this may mean books, stories, films, fantasy worlds, maybe gaming, or beautiful imagined places. For others, this may be your own magical practice, rituals, witchcraft, fairy work, maybe building an altar, or simply living with more enchantment in your everyday life. The card shows new dragons being born, so there are few magical currents forming. Something small, strange, and full of wonder may be hatching. Let the magic enter in the way that feels natural to you. The fairies are inviting you to welcome it.
Let's turn your other card too. Strength.
Your second card is Strength. And this is another empowerment card. Here we have a delicate fairy with a fierce winged creature. She looks fragile in one way, but she is not powerless. She is working with a mighty wyvern. This echoes the empowered card from the Secret Garden. You are stronger than you give yourself credit for. The dare here is to trust your strength. To know that even if part of you feels small, sensitive, or fairy-like, another part of you can meet the great beast. You can stand beside power. You can work with it. You can direct it. So, your fairy dare is this. Do one thing that reminds you that you are strong. Something small is enough. Say no. Say yes. Begin the task. Ask the question. Make the choice. Step toward the thing that has been waiting.
Next, we'll listen to a lullaby. And the lullaby goes something like this. Symphony of support.
The card says, hear the silent symphony. The entire universe is conspiring to support your highest good. Angels, guides, and loving energies are whispering encouragement on the wind just for you. This is a blessing. But it also repeats the theme of music from galactic harmony. So the music may be more than background for you now. It may be medicine, alignment, a way of remembering. It can support regulation, inspiration, or even prayer. If your mind and heart feel out of rhythm, music may help to bring them back together. So let music support you. Let the universe support you. Let your guides, angels, loving energies, or whatever language feels true to you, come closer in a way that feels kind.
And the next card is called the Midnight Star.
The good night star is the dream you are allowed to have. This is the softest, most hopeful thing your inner child gives you permission to believe in as you fall asleep tonight.
This card speaks of the dream that you are allowed to have.
Your card is Mahatma energy. The card says, build your light body. Accelerate your ascension. Mahatma energy is often described as a golden white pool of light built by ascended souls, an energy of spiritual purification, upliftment, and higher love. This unicorn is reminding you that you are allowed to draw from it. If this language resonates with you, you can work with it through meditation. Imagine a golden white light pouring down through you, entering through the crown of your head, moving through your whole body, cleansing, soothing, energizing, and strengthening your light body. And if more light flows through you than you personally need, imagine the rest pooling under your feet. Then you can offer it to Mother Earth, letting that golden light bless the earth as well. More broadly, this card speaks of any meditative practice where you use images of light to cleanse, purify, calm, energize, and reconnect with your spiritual self, such as Reiki or the many videos YouTube will no doubt recommend to you. But it does not need to be complicated. You can simply imagine yourself being held in golden light, breathing in light and letting the body soften, letting the mind rest, and letting the spirit remember that support is available. So, the dream you are allowed to have is this. You are allowed to be spiritually supported.
Let's do an overall look of your spread now, group 3, to see the kind of golden thread moving through the whole reading.
The cards are showing a spiritual warrior who's doing serious inner work, making decisions, cutting cords, and moving through things that may have once seemed impossible to release. But know this, you are supported as you go through it. Your power stems from inner harmony, the sharp mind softened by the heart, the inner child held with tenderness, and the path ahead supported by magic, music, and loving guidance. This concludes our reading, Group 3. May the cosmic whale carry you lovingly through your dreams. May the lion and the lamb remind you that strength has many forms. May the music return your mind and heart to harmony. May the cords loosen where freedom is needed. May the golden light support you as you rest. Remember to like, subscribe, and brush your teeth if you ate a lot of midnight candies. Rest well, stay safe. I'll see you in the next magical reading.